You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. A potential Hazleton City Council candidate has most likely dropped out of the running. This comes after John Nilles, who also filed a nominating petition for council, claimed that Bob Yavack didn't file a required financial interest statement with his petition. Yavack said when he brought his petition to the Election Bureau office, he paid his fee, but left his financial interest statement at home. Nilles also questioned the petition of Vianney Castro. He alleges that Castro lives in Hazel Township, not in the city of Hazleton. Both Castro and Yavack can challenge the claims made by Nilles. Hearings are scheduled for next Monday in the Court of Common Pleas. Another Walmart COVID-19 vaccine clinic was scheduled at the Hanover Area High School and prioritized local residents. That being said, people who have called the phone number provided by Walmart found that appointments filled up fast. Appointments were available as of yesterday by filling out an online form created by the Hanover Area School District, but that too booked up fast. Superintendent Nathan Barrett was dissatisfied as to the way Walmart handled the first clinic and only agreed to the second one if the company agreed to prioritize local residents. Walmart agreed to provide half of the doses to people near the 18706 zip code. The clinic's scheduled for March 23rd through the 25th inside the high school's gymnasium. FEMA will be reimbursing families of coronavirus victims for funeral expenses. According to the agency's website, FEMA has $2 billion for individuals and households for COVID-19 related funeral expenses incurred between January 20th and December 31st of last year. FEMA said it'll be setting up a funeral assistance program and work with various groups to help with community and family outreach. The agency plans to release final guidance to potential applicants soon and encourages those who have COVID-19 funeral expenses to gather and keep all the documentation. An amendment was proposed to delay passing legislation that automatically filled district attorney vacancies with the first DA. The proposed legislation passed the Senate last month with a unanimous bipartisan vote. Now it's in the hands of the state House, where both parties have different points of view. Democrats wanted to delay the legislation for up to 60 days, while Republicans argued there's no reason to do so. The amendment then failed, with 111 Republicans voting against and 90 Democrats in favor. If the legislation doesn't pass, county courts could fill the seat, meaning there'd be no requirement for a judge to pick someone from the same party as the incumbent to fill the position. As of Wednesday, the legislation made it through 2 of 3 required House considerations. If the final passage occurs, then the governor will have the option to approve or veto it. Penn State students set to graduate this spring were happy to find out the university plans to host an in-person commencement ceremony. PSU President Eric Barron made the announcement Wednesday morning. Grads will be allowed to invite 2 guests that sit in pods of up to 3 people. The university will also have a live stream for those who can't attend in person. Commencement weekend set for May 7th through the 9th, and all will be held inside Beaver Stadium, rain or shine. Authorities in Schuylkill County are searching for a man who led them on a chase yesterday morning. State police attempted to pull over a 2002 Subaru sedan being driven by 28-year-old Charles Brilla of Schuylkill Haven. The car took off on Walnut Street in Ashland and led police on a 10-mile pursuit. At one point, Brilla sped through an active work zone, allegedly endangering the lives of construction workers. The vehicle became disabled after troopers used stop sticks that deflated 2 of the tires. Brilla exited the vehicle and fled on foot through a wooded area, and 2 other unidentified passengers were taken into custody following the chase. Anyone with information on Brilla's whereabouts is being asked to call PSP Frackville at 570-874-5300. Good news for taxpayers. The IRS pushed this year's tax filing deadline of April 15th to May 17th. The extension was approved to give taxpayers more time amid the pandemic and allow the IRS more time to issue guidance on recent tax law changes. The American Rescue Plan excludes the first $10,200 of unemployment benefits from federal taxes for people making less than $150,000. The agency is also assisting in sending out the third round of stimulus payments right in the middle of tax filing season. The Pennsylvania Department of Revenue also announced today that the deadline to file personal state income taxes has also been extended to May 17th. Geisinger's COVID-19 vaccine program is opening a wait list for people eligible to receive the vaccine in the state's Phase 1A group. Geisinger's been administering about 3,000 vaccines per day across the Commonwealth. Because vaccine appointments may be limited, Geisinger will focus on helping the most at-risk and vulnerable members of the community who are eligible to receive the shot. Phase 1A eligible community members interested in joining the wait list can do so at geisinger.org/COVIDvax at MyGeisinger or by calling 570-284-3657. The Pennsylvania Department of Health addressed the state's equity efforts regarding vaccinations, and our Philip Kaufman has the details.
During today's vaccine update, along with reporting numbers of Pennsylvanians who've received the vaccine, the DOH highlighted their efforts to provide equitable distribution.
We know that there is still not enough vaccine for everyone who wants it at this time, but we are continually working to improve our processes and do all that we can to get people vaccinated.
The Office of Operational Excellence brings together key department-level plans and initiatives, such as health equity. Current director of the office, Brian Lentis, gave an outline of steps taken to ensure equity.
Our first step in developing an equitable vaccine distribution plan was to understand the data and identify populations most at risk of contracting COVID-19 and severe illness. The department has worked across the state agencies and with external partners to identify vulnerable populations for whom receiving the COVID-19 vaccine is especially critical.
This push included outreach of all forms, emphasizing the importance of fighting COVID-19 and addressing concerns and questions in communities.
Since the fall, we've been messaging about immunizations. In September, the administration invested $3.8 million from the federal CDC Epidemiology and Laboratory Capacity Enhancing Detection Grant in a campaign to educate and rally together Pennsylvanians to fight COVID-19, with special focus on vulnerable communities. This includes outreach and trusted messenger services such as television and radio spots, targeted COVID-19 campaigns to dispel rumors and mistrust in the community regarding vaccination, masking efforts, and social distancing.
One of the faith-based community leaders and partners of the department was Reverend Denise Welch, who shared her story and efforts to assist in the fight against COVID.
We collectively concluded as a congregation, and myself personally as its pastor, that indeed the vaccine is efficacious for minimizing the effects of the virus if contracted, and will increase the safety of our members and their families. So far, over 40% of our congregation has been vaccinated, with more to come. I'm certainly appreciative of the work of the Department of Health, Governor Wolf, and the COVID-19 Legislative Task Force for providing us with trusted information and their commitment to us, a community filled with those who work on the front lines, who were experiencing death rates higher than our white counterparts, and ourselves as community leaders who were given reliable information to help guide us through a traumatic, tumultuous time in American history.
Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thanks, Phil. Coming up on Wyln News, stimulus checks are rolling out, plus another COVID cancellation. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Charlie. I am 8, and the forecast for tomorrow is sunny.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Moore & Associates, accountants and advisors located at 751 North Church Street in Hazleton. Contact them for all your individual and business tax and accounting needs.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
$1,400 stimulus checks are rolling out this month, and Pennsylvanians can check their status with the help of a new online tool. Congressman Matt Cartwright's encouraging Pennsylvanians to go online and check the status of their payment using the Get My Payment tool at irs.gov. According to the White House, more than 8.1 million adults and 2.8 million children in Pennsylvania are eligible to receive stimulus payments through the American Rescue Plan. Pennsylvanians could start seeing payments in their bank accounts as soon as this month if they filed their 2019 or 2020 taxes with the IRS or use the non-filer portal for previous payments. Others will receive a paper check or debit card in the mail over the next several weeks. Candidates submitted petitions for open offices last week in Carbon County. Voters will be choosing some county row officers, municipal leaders, such as council members and supervisors, tax collectors, auditors, district judges, and school directors in this year's election. One 6-year supervisor seat is open in Banks Township, as well as in Packer Township. 4 4-year council seats are available in Weatherly, as well as the district judge seat. There's also several candidates running for the Weatherly Area School Board. You can check out all the listings at carboncounty.com. Take 2. Since last week's Wilkes-Barre VA Medical Center's COVID-19 walk-in clinic was such a success, they decided to do it again. Vaccinations will be administered at the medical center on Saturday, March 29th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. Anyone interested must be enrolled. If enrollment piques your interest, call the eligibility department at 570-824-3521 option 4 or email your name and contact info to Wilkes-Barre Eligibility Group at va.gov. A Pennsylvania-based pharmacy is extending its priority COVID-19 scheduling period for educators. The scheduling of select COVID-19 vaccine appointments at Rite Aid will be available exclusively to eligible teachers, licensed child care providers, and school employees. Those eligible include pre-K through 12th grade staff, family child care providers, child care workers, and Head Start staff. According to Rite Aid, the extension is in accordance with a directive from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Biden administration. For more information, visit riteaid.com/COVID-19. As we reported to you yesterday, Heritage Hill planned on hosting a visit from the Easter Bunny Saturday, March 27th from 2 to 4 p.m. Sadly, organizers announced this morning that the event had to be canceled and apologizes for any inconveniences. Heritage Hill, however, does offer plenty of other activities throughout the year and is now open for resident visitation. Appointments are available Monday through Saturday starting at 10 a.m., and you can schedule a visit by calling 570-427-4500. Coming up on Eckley's News Choice, we take a trip down to the Carbon County Animal Shelter and Community and Youth. Plus, Leading the Way, Part 4. Stay with us.
When emergency strikes, Trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, with a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
The COVID-19 vaccine is here, and we have a lot of questions, especially about how the vaccine was developed. So let's ask the experts.
It typically takes 10 plus years to develop a vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccines, less than a year. How'd that happen?
It's a huge and historic feat, requiring global cooperation in a way we've never seen before.
It's important to understand essential steps weren't skipped.
Parts of the process were just done simultaneously.
By moving so quickly, did this compromise the vaccine's effectiveness? Is the vaccine safe?
Rest assured, the vaccine is safe. I've received it, and so have many of my colleagues.
It's the best way to protect yourself
and others from COVID-19.
Let's get rid of this virus and get back to normal life, once and for all.
To beat COVID, we all have to do our part. Visit PoconoMountains.com/COVID-19. It's safe, so sign up. Get in the queue.
Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill, Blaze Alexander, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Are you ready for that March mayhem? March is Ram Truck Month. Get financing as low as 0% and save up to $8,000 on select models. And we've got the largest selection of Cherokees in the area, $500 under invoice. And we're gonna do $500 under invoice on Grand Cherokees too. So with all this inventory, why would you bother going anywhere else? Shop, pick, choose, sign, and drive. Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their Skeet trap and Sporty clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information.
The Carbon County Animal Shelter in Nesquehoning has a special dynamic duo that are currently up for adoption. The shelter's executive director, Tom Connors, talks about the incredible journey of these lovable canines.
Rico and Layla came in from the Albrightsville area on December 23rd. There was a fire, and we believe the owner came home and discovered his house fully engulfed in flames, opened up the door to save his dog, let his two dogs out, and unfortunately the owner perished in that fire. So we've been taking care of those two dogs. One's a male, Rico, one's a female, Layla. They've been together pretty much their whole lives. Rico is 11 years old. He's a Mastiff Pit mix, and Layla is 9 years old. She's a Pit Bull mix, and they're very bonded. They're a very bonded couple. They're a great pair of dogs. We don't know how long they're going to live, but we want them to live their life out in a loving home.
The dogs are being adopted out as a pair and don't particularly get along with other animals, but they would make perfect companions for a loving family of humans.
They can't be around other animals. They don't get along with cats. They don't get along with other dogs. So we're looking for a home for them where they could live out their life together, and that's our goal. These are very friendly dogs. We walk them together. They love being outside. They're, for the most part, very quiet dogs.
A special fund was also set up to help with Rico and Layla's medical checkups.
We work with the Lehighton Animal Hospital, and we've set up a donation funds where we're going to take care of the dogs' annual visits, checkups, annual shots, And then when the time comes and these dogs pass away, we're going to help take care of that too. So we don't want to cause a hardship for anyone. I mean, you're never guaranteed how long a dog is going to live, but you know, we hope these dogs have a couple more years in them, and we just want to try to keep them together. So people can reach out to us. We'll be happy to make an appointment for you to meet them. They're loving dogs. Just no other animals are good, and they need a home.
Connors has some other advice for potential adopters.
Just remember, these dogs were in a home for a lot of years, and it takes a little time for them to adjust to a new home. So the less stress that you can give them, the better. I mean, we give you all the information we know, and in this case, we know pretty much because we've talked to the family of the gentleman that owned them, and so we could guide you along the way as far as what they like to eat, how they like to play, things like that. They, for the most part, appear to be housebroken. If you have a fenced-in yard, that's even better, but they will walk nice for you. They're just not good around other animals.
To set up an appointment to meet Rico and Layla, call 570-325-4828. You can also check out the Carbon County Animal Shelter's Facebook page for more information.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria. 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783. Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Wyln CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at Wyln, 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, we'll be sitting down with State Representative Tara Toohill, who's leading the way in Part 4 of this week's series.
And welcome back, folks, to Leading the Way. We are joined by State Representative Tara Toohill. What has been your mission as a state representative, missions that you've carried out, goals that you've carried out, and future missions and goals as a state representative that you're looking forward to and things that you're hoping to accomplish?
So there's a couple of goals that we've had for the greater Hazleton area. Jobs, improvement of jobs. We've had better jobs coming to the area. The amount of money that constituents were able to make an hour was very low when I came in 10 years ago, and now it's doubled and tripled, which has been positive for families. The downtown redevelopment, I've been a huge proponent of. I worked, one of my biggest accomplishments was we had a prison in the downtown, and the prisoners, as the constituents know, were allowed out during the day, and there were many thefts and assaults, and there was a really high crime rate right in downtown Hazleton. And that has been remedied. I was able to cut the state funding on the MinSec facility and completely get rid of it. And that was a problem that I had inherited, and we were able to get rid of for the community. So that was huge. Public safety, just the quality of life. And the biggest issue really is our senior citizens. They live on fixed incomes. The property taxes, I've advocated for a freeze in their property taxes as seniors, and we work daily, my staff, we do the rebates. So constituents come in, they're able to get about $650 back, and that's what we're doing today and in the spring. We work on getting the most amount of money to our seniors that we can to help them out because they are on those fixed incomes.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com, where you can also find LVHN's real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.